All right, we're going to start this next video here with angles and arcs. And I'm going to break this into two parts. So this would be video number 1, and then we'll do the second part of this with video number 2. So let's begin with angles in a circle. All right, so your angles in a circle that we're going to talk about here are called central angles. Central angles, and this is how I'm going to write angles. Instead of writing out the word angles all the time, it's going to be using that symbol right there, which is an angle. Central angles is your vertex is in the center of the circle and two sides are radii. So right here, this would be a central angle because we have the angle is on the inside. You also have another central angle, which is on the other side of this. This is also a central angle. We're just going the other way around about this. So we got two angles right here. This one, the small one, and then we got the large one. The sum of all of these angles will be 360 degrees because a circle is 360 degrees. So all the angles added together will give you 360. So let's work on that. In this first example here, we're going to find x. This angle up here is 145 degrees. This is 165. So we could do all three of these added together will give us 360. So x plus 145 plus 165 equals 360. So most of you probably would take 145 plus 165, which would give you 310 equals 360. And then subtract 310 to both sides. So x would be 50 degrees. So this angle right here is 50 degrees. Doing number 2 here. If we're looking at number 2 here, all of the angles add up to be 60 degrees. Now you need to be aware that this angle right here, this little square thing, means that this angle is 90 degrees. So we're going to have x plus 90 plus 40 plus 65. And all of those four angles together gives you 360 degrees. So when you combine 90, 40, and 65, x plus 195 equals 360. Then you will subtract 195 to both sides, and x equals 165 degrees. Not 165 degrees, 165 degrees. I'm sorry, I had the extra 0 right there. All right. Now we're going to move on to arcs and circles. Arcs and circles here. What you need to remember here, what an arc is a portion of a circle defined by two endpoints. So there's 3 types of arcs for you based on the angle measures. So I'm going to try to highlight these differently for you so you can see these. The first one is a minor arc. A minor arc is an arc that is less than 180 degrees. So if I had a diameter right here, I would be able to see where that was. So now I have anything that's less than 180 degrees. So this arc right here from P to R, this is a minor arc. Okay, so a minor arc is going to be less than 180 degrees. You have another type of arc that is called your major arc. And a major arc is greater than 180 degrees. So for an example right here, PSR, this side over here is going to be a major arc. And then your last kind, which equals 180 degrees, this is called a semicircle. Okay, a semicircle is 180 degrees. So that would just be where your diameter is. And we don't have a diameter on this one. So you can see a minor arc and a major arc. All right, so we're going to practice naming some arcs. So with this particular problem right here, we've got circle E, because remember the center is how you name a circle, with BC as a diameter. So minor arcs, we have actually two different minor arcs here. We have one minor arc that is going to be AC. So AC right there is a minor arc. And the way you're going to write an arc is you're going to put the letters and then a little curve on the top there. You have another minor arc, and that is going to be BA. So there's another one, BA. So there's two minor arcs. So both of those are less than 180 degrees. Major arcs. You want something that is larger than 180. And to name a major arc, you're going to use 3 letters for that. So for an example here, if I did, and you're going to start with what the letter is. So if I start with A, and then I go to C, and then I go over here to B, that is covering all of that part of the circle right there, and that is a major arc. So A, C, B. Now, if I could also do, I could start at D right here, and I could do D, B, A. And that would be another portion of the circle. I could do C, D, A. I could do this in several different combinations to get a major arc. Any of those would work to get that arc right there. But the big point is you have to have 3 letters, and you're just going to follow the order that the letters are in to figure out what part of the circle you're talking about. And then you have a semicircle. So for a semicircle here, we have B, A, C, and I'm going to use all 3 letters. So arc BAC is a semicircle. You could also say CDB is a semicircle. And I could have went BDC. I can go either way in those. So those are going to be dealing with half of your circle right there. All right, we are going to stop right here, and you are going to do problems numbers 1 through 6 on your assignment.